Hey everyone, ready to explore a business opportunity you might not have even thought about?
I bet most people haven't.
We're diving deep into court-mandated programs.
Yeah, it's a whole world out there.
And trust me, it's way more interesting than it sounds. Our guide today is Derek Collins. He's built a successful business in this niche.
A real entrepreneur.
And we've got access to this super candid Q&A he did on YouTube.
Oh, so he doesn't hold back.
Not at all. He spills the tea on everything. Marketing strategies.
Mindset, even.
Exactly. No fluff, just straight up advice from someone who's been there. So this deep dive is all about uncovering the potential of this market and also the pitfalls.
Right, because every business has those.
I think what's really cool is that Derek doesn't come from that traditional business background.
So no fancy degree.
Nope. He emphasizes the hustle, the street smarts, and the willingness to learn as you go.
So much of success is about mindset, isn't it?
Absolutely. He's living proof that you don't need an MBA to build something successful.
Because he talks about starting with nothing right.
Literally nothing. Bootstrapping his way to a business that now lets him travel the world.
Okay, so that's the dream.
Right. That's what initially caught my eye. Like, what can we learn from his journey?
Yeah, how do we apply that to our own lives?
Exactly. And I think a big takeaway is the power of unconventional thinking.
Challenging those assumptions.
Yes. He encourages his students to be creative, especially when it comes to marketing.
Oh, speaking of marketing, Derek has some wild tactics.
Like street signs and SiriusXM radio ads. Who's doing that?
Seriously, that's so out of the box.
Right. But he really hammers home the importance of knowing your audience.
Not just generic marketing.
Nope.
Yeah.
You got to go where your clients are.
Whether it's online or offline.
Exactly. Be that solution they see when they need it most.
He even suggests partnering with DUI schools.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It is. Tapping into a ready-made client base.
Genius. And there's this therapist, Dr. Key. She's amazing, but struggling to scale her business without burning out.
A classic problem.
And Derek gives her this advice to package her knowledge into products.
Like what kinds of products?
Online courses, workbooks, that kind of thing.
Makes sense. Create it once and it keeps working for you.
Even while you sleep.
That's the dream.
He also emphasizes choosing the right clients and creating offerings that solve their specific pain points.
Don't try to be everything to everyone.
Exactly. And that's where he introduces this concept of golden handcuffs.
What does that even mean?
It's like you're making good money, but you're trapped, trading your time for it.
Oh, so you're not really free.
Exactly. He cautions against getting stuck in that service-based model.
Where you're constantly on the go.
You got it. He talks about building a business that gives you income and freedom.
Both are important.
Totally. And for anyone thinking, okay, this sounds great, but how do I actually get started?
Right. How do you take that first step?
Derek lays out a clear roadmap.
Awesome. Like what?
He starts with certifications,
Yeah.
specifically the Certified Alcohol and Drug Counselor path.
Well,
Yeah. And I actually looked into it. Becoming a caddy can really boost your income potential.
How so?
Because it qualifies you to offer more services.
So more value to your clients.
And more money in your pocket.
Makes sense. What else does he recommend?
He actually pushes people to start creating their programs now.
Like even before getting official approvals?
Yep. Offer classes, issue certificates, let probation officers know you exist. Don't wait for permission, just start creating.
I love that. What about the legal side of things?
Oh, he stresses the importance of contract.
The not so fun part.
But super
And
important.
protect yourself, right?
Exactly. He's adamant about getting everything in writing, especially guarantees about client numbers and payment.
Because unfortunately, people do get taken advantage of.
It happens. And then there's this really compelling story he shares about Veronica. She's a bilingual therapist who's feeling burnt out
I can relate to that.
and undervalued.
Unfortunately, a common problem too.
And what struck me is how Derek helps her see her own worth.
Because she has valuable skills.
Huge. He points out the massive demand for Spanish-speaking providers.
It's a huge market.
A monopoly, even.
Wow. So there's a real opportunity there.
And this isn't just about business. It's about empowerment. Recognizing your value.
That's a powerful message.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but those street signs, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they feel a little old school, don't they?
totally. Like in today's digital world.
Right.
But Derek actually makes a good point. He
Yeah.
says they're still effective for local marketing.
Oh, but like for what?
Think services like anger management or DUI classes, things where people might be looking for help right in their area.
Makes sense. So it's like capturing them at the moment of need.
Exactly. But what about online strategies?
Yeah, because he mentioned Google, YouTube, TikTok, all that.
He's super big on video content.
Oh, really?
He tells his students, don't just tell people what you do, show them.
Oh, I like that.
Right. He wants them to create those short, informative videos.
Addressing common questions and concerns.
You got it. And he's not just talking about sticking to one platform.
So share it everywhere.
Yep. Even TikTok to reach a younger demographic.
That's smart.
Right. Meeting people where they are.
Exactly.
But he also cautions against spreading yourself too thin.
You can't do it all.
Nope. Focus on a few key platforms and become a master of those.
Okay, so quality over quantity.
And consistency.
Oh, that's huge, isn't it?
Huge. Don't just post once and disappear. Show up regularly.
Provide value, build trust.
Exactly. That consistency ties into building a brand.
Going beyond just offering those services.
Becoming a recognized name. He actually uses the term thought leader.
Oh, I love that. So like become the go-to person.
The expert. The one people think of when they need help.
Okay, but how do you do that?
Content creation is key.
Blogging, podcasting, all that.
Yes. Creating free resources, ways to establish your expertise and share your perspective.
Okay, so it's about adding value even beyond the paid services.
And building a community.
Right.
He's all about engaging with your audience, answering those questions, responding to comments.
Being a real person.
Exactly. Not just some faceless business. Now let's talk about money.
The fun part.
Derek's super open about the income potential, but he also emphasizes building a sustainable business.
Not just a quick buck.
And he doesn't sugarcoat it. He tells people this is a business, not a charity. You deserve to get paid.
You do, for your expertise and your time.
100%. But it's not just about chasing the biggest paycheck.
There's more to it than that.
He talks about aligning your work with your values, your passions.
That's where the fulfillment comes in.
Girl, what's the point of making tons of money if you're miserable?
Totally agree. I think he uses the term lifestyle design.
Oh, yeah. Creating a business that supports the life you want, not the other way around.
Because work should support your life, not run your life.
And that's where creating products comes in.
Generating income without being tied to appointments.
You got it. So he encourages people to find those recurring pain points that clients face.
And then create a product that solves it.
Like an online course on coping mechanisms for anxiety, or a workbook to help people communicate better.
So you're working smarter, not harder.
Leveraging your knowledge to create something that generates income even when you're not working.
Passive income. That's the dream.
He also talks about niching down. Don't try to be everything to everyone.
Focus on your zone of genius.
Become the expert in that one specific area. Like he mentions this group home queen who focused specifically on group homes.
And built a successful business around that.
Exactly. You can really tailor your marketing, your services, everything to that one target audience.
You know, he also talks about joint ventures and partnerships, right?
He's a big believer in collaboration.
Finding those win-win situations.
Sharing examples of students who partnered with DUI schools or therapists in different areas.
Offer more well-rounded services.
Exactly. And he's not just talking about formal business arrangements.
More like referring clients to each other.
Co-hosting a workshop, that kind of thing.
The possibilities are endless.
And he sees partnerships as a way to create those blue ocean opportunities.
The ones with high demand but low competition.
Exactly. Combine your strengths with someone else's.
And create something truly unique.
That sets you apart from everyone else. So think outside the box. Consider collaborating with businesses that might not seem like obvious fits.
Like what? Give me an example.
A yoga studio partnering with a therapist to offer mindfulness practices.
Ooh, for people struggling with addiction or something.
You got it. It's about thinking creatively and finding those win-win solutions.
Now, Derek's also realistic about the challenges, right?
Yeah, he doesn't shy away from the tough stuff.
Because it's not all sunshine and roses.
Definitely not. He acknowledges that working with court-mandated clients can be demanding.
Yeah, they might be resistant, unmotivated.
Dealing with complex issues.
So it's not for the faint of heart.
He encourages his students to set strong boundaries.
And prioritize self-care.
Avoid burnout. It's important to recognize that you can't save everyone.
And sometimes the best thing you can do is refer them to someone else.
He also talks about staying up to date on legal and ethical guidelines.
Which can be tricky.
Constantly evolving.
And that's where ChatGPT comes in.
Oh yeah, he's big on using resources like that.
To stay informed.
And streamline those processes.
He even suggests using ChatGPT to draft contracts or create outlines.
Save so much time. It's about working smarter, not harder, and going back to those golden handcuffs.
Right, that idea of being trapped.
He emphasizes that success isn't just about the money.
It's about freedom, flexibility,
Building a life you love. He talks about reaching that financial independence.
where you're not tied to a 9 to 5.
Or constantly stressing about bills.
And he encourages people to really think about their ideal lifestyle.
And then design their business around that.
Make the business work for you.
He actually shares his own story of breaking free from the corporate world.
And now he travels the world.
Living his best life. And he wants to empower others to do the same.
Because he believes everyone has that potential.
But it takes work dedication.
And that willingness to think outside the box.
And he provides the tools and the resources to help people do it.
Which is amazing. Now, one thing I noticed throughout the Q&A is his emphasis on mindset.
Oh, huge.
He sees it as the foundation of everything.
It really is. He talks about developing a growth mindset.
Believing in yourself, staying positive.
Even when things get tough. He uses the phrase entrepreneurial spirit.
Oh, I like that.
Right. Being resourceful, adaptable, constantly looking for ways to improve.
So important.
He wants his students to see those setbacks as learning opportunities. Never give up on the dream.
He even shares his own failures, right?
He does, and it makes him so relatable. Success isn't always a straight line.
And he emphasizes having a good support system.
Your dream team.
Love that term.
Yeah.
Mentors, collaborators, cheerleaders to keep you going.
You need that support. He also talks about self-care, taking breaks, prioritizing your health.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
Exactly. Even having hobbies and interests outside of work.
To maintain that balance.
Yay. So as we head into the final part of our deep dive, I want to leave you with this question.
Oh, cliffhanger.
What action will you take today to move your business forward?
It could be anything. Brainstorming content ideas.
Researching certifications, reaching out to a potential partner.
Just take that first step.
Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
We'll be here to guide you every step of the way.
Stay tuned for part 3, where we'll explore even more of Derek's insights.
And uncover those actionable strategies you can use.
We'll delve deeper into passive income streams, building a standout brand, and achieving that ultimate fulfillment.
Both financial and personal.
All right, we're back for the final part of our deep dive.
Into the world of court-mandated programs with Derek Collins.
Still so much to unpack from that Q&A.
It's like a treasure trove of information.
And in this last part, I really want to focus on what resonated most with me. Derek's vision of building not just a business, but a life.
He takes it to a whole other level.
He goes way beyond, just making 6 figures.
It's about freedom, isn't it?
Freedom and flexibility to enjoy that success. Remember those golden handcuffs he talks about?
Oh yeah, being chained to your desk.
Even if the money's good, he's all about breaking free from that.
Designing a life you love.
Exactly. He encourages his students to really think about what truly matters. Is it travel time? With family pursuing a passion.
This structure your business to support that.
Not the other way around. And that's where passive income comes in.
Creating those products that generate income even when you're not working.
He's a huge advocate for that.
The online courses, the workbooks, all of that.
He gives the example of a student who created an anger management workbook.
And it's sold in probation offices statewide.
I know. Brilliant, right?
It's like planting a money tree.
But Derek stresses that it's not just about slapping something together.
There's strategy involved.
It's about finding those blue ocean opportunities.
High demand, low competition.
That's where niching down comes in.
Focusing on a specific problem.
Becoming the solution.
Like Veronica with the Spanish-speaking market.
Exactly. And Derek helped her frame her services not just as therapy, but empowerment.
Because she's empowering that community.
And he's big on using language that resonates with your ideal clients.
Positioning yourself as the expert.
Don't underestimate the power of words.
Especially in a field like this.
And he's always encouraging his students to think bigger. See their work as more than just a job.
Make a real impact.
To help people transform their lives and build a legacy.
That goes beyond just profit.
It's about making a difference. He even talks about giving back to your community.
Through pro bono work or supporting charities.
He walks the walk, too. He shares examples of how he's advocated for criminal justice reform.
Using his platform for good.
It's clear he believes in using his success to uplift others.
Which is so inspiring.
Before we wrap up, I want to circle back to partnerships.
Oh yeah. Collaboration is key.
Derek's a huge proponent of that.
Amplify your impact. Reach new audiences.
He gives that example of the student partnering with the DUI school to offer anger management classes.
A total win-win.
And he encourages collaborations with therapists or counselors who specialize in different areas.
Creating a more comprehensive offering.
Partnerships don't have to be formal business arrangements either,
It could be as simple as referring clients to each other.
or co-hosting a workshop.
So many possibilities.
And he sees partnerships as a way to create those blue ocean opportunities.
Combining strengths to create something unique.
That sets you apart. So think outside the box. Collaborate with businesses that might not seem like obvious fits.
Give me an example.
A yoga studio partnering with a therapist to offer mindfulness practices for people dealing with addiction.
I love that.
It's about getting creative. Now, one thing that consistently comes up is mindset.
The foundation of everything.
Cultivating that entrepreneurial spirit.
Resilience, adaptability, drive.
It's not always easy. There will be challenges, setbacks, doubts.
But it's how you respond that matters.
He encourages his students to view failures as learning opportunities.
Never give up on the dream.
He even shares his own struggles, shows that success isn't a straight line.
It's a journey.
And having that support system is crucial.
Your dream team.
Mentors, collaborators, cheerleaders.
People who believe in you.
And self-care is so important.
Taking breaks, prioritizing your health.
Having hobbies outside of work.
Maintaining that balance.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with one final thought from Derek.
Oh, date us with it.
He asks, what innovative tools or strategies are you using to grow your knowledge in business?
It's a challenge to keep learning and evolving.
He talks about using AI tools like ChatGPT.
To streamline tasks and generate ideas.
The world is constantly changing. We have to change with it.
Embrace new technologies.
Don't be afraid to experiment, try new things, and push those boundaries.
Never stop learning.
And remember, the journey is just as important as the destination.
Enjoy the ride.
Embrace the challenges, celebrate the wins, and never stop believing in yourself. That's it for our deep dive into the world of court-mandated programs with Derek Collins.
We hope you found it valuable.
We'll see you next time for another deep dive into the world of business and entrepreneurship.